morning, howdy everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Just wanted to do a quick little review on my V66 from Vapor, and just kind of wanted to do a little rundown on how I feel about it compared to the other three I have and all that, like, the whole 10 out of 10 kind of review and all that. After getting it and all that, I did my whole little going over it and all that, and doing my proper setup, because when you get a guitar, it's set up from the factory, or not coming from the factory, getting it from Mr. Jim and all that, or Vapes as he goes by, coming from his action and all that. I don't have sausage fingers and all that like most guitarists do. I have little, I call them bitch fingers, because they're like little lead guitarist noodle fingers, so I have to set my guitars up like severely low action. Every single guitar I have, no matter what, if it's string through, what have you, everything has to be set up particularly really low. Like, we're talking 0.75 on some instruments to a millimeter to 1 1/4. Like, this one I've gotten to maybe a little under 1 1/4, and that's like fighting it. Digressing, I get it, set it up the first day. Then I notice I'm holding down the third fret, trying to play just on the higher end, just kind of doodling around, and I noticed kink kink, dead frets fretted out and all that. Looked up and I noticed right over here let me get over here. The fourth fret was completely raised up. So I was like, okay, just got to hammer it in. Normal files and all that kind of stuff. So started going through and do it using my fret rocker. Here, let me grab that. So, someone wants to say hi. Come on, tell YouTube how you feel. All right. He doesn't shut up if he doesn't get attention. So pulled out my trusty fret rocker, started going all up and down the frets. So I noticed and I looked and I was like, wow, its fret sprout really high and all that. So when I used my rubberized mallet on it, wasn't going in, so I was like, oh boy, here we go, this is going to be fun. So what did I use? My trusty fret file. This thing, it's really handy, but I would definitely recommend getting a better one if possible, not getting the the one that comes in the pack with the let me grab this one with the rule. It looks like a medieval weapon. Don't get me wrong, this has saved me thousands of dollars. I've done millions of, well, not millions, but tons of repairs. And but yeah, about 2 days I found that fret down, got it. It was like, yes, sweet. Touched up, the God, I love that logo right there. Touched up, the 12th and 13th fret, because it was just a little bit of unevenness. Nothing big. Got to understand, when these come out of the factory, they're sitting out here in Arizona. We have like some of the most harsh climate out there for guitars. You got to do some work, and if you're not used to doing work, sorry, I'm just being a jerk. I don't really mean that. It's wood and fret wire. It's nickel plated steel. You're gonna have some issues no matter what. I mean, thank God it doesn't have to travel and I can go pick it up and all that. So after doing that, setting the pickup height, so it's not slamming into the strings, all that, started playing it. And I was like, oh, okay, I really like this. Then I started noticing the strap buttons right there, and I was like, ugh, okay. Not fun for playing leads and all that fun stuff. So I was like, okay, I love clip lock straps, so I'm gonna, damn cat, I'm gonna definitely I was thinking about, instead of just having blue and matching colors and all that, I'm just gonna get a white clip lock strap, just to take out the the little hindrance, if you will, for the strap lock. I really do apologize for Tank. He's a very vocal animal. I'm getting him fixed. Anyway, I made the as you can tell, the first neck pickup. Thanks. I was like, wow, this thing's really hot and loud. This is going to be crazy, because I really do use my neck pickup setting and my middle for my clean tones, because like I said before, I really don't do a lot of lead tones, and when I do, maybe I'll kick it on. And when I was gifted, when I picked up the V66, damn cat, Mr. Jim gave me the V Blaster pedal for my birthday, hint, hint, next week. So I was really happy when I used that with the classic chorus and my delay pedal. I was blown away at how my clean channel just, it was like, even with the rack effects and all that, it was like more blankets were lifted off my speakers. So I know I'm carrying on with some of the other stuff, but it all folds in with the review of this beautiful guitar. I mean, look at how the light catches this. Gorgeous, gorgeous guitar. Granted, I'm not really used to playing V's, so it has been a headache setting this up for myself. Don't let that discourage you from playing a V. And so I just finally this morning got the bridge set up how I like it. And as you can tell, I put foam underneath to stop the it's just a little recording trick to keep the spring sounds from coming through. Now these pickups, oh Lord, are they hot as hell. The bridge is actually for some reason louder than the neck is louder than the bridge, and I'm shocked. I wasn't even thinking about replacing the pickups, and you would think I was going to go Seymour Duncan. I'm actually going to go with this other company called Guitar Heads, and for $50 you can replace both. And I'm looking at getting the Dimebag Darrell style ones, just because $119 compared to $50, and this is the only guitar I'm actually going to replace the pickups just to test. Because as much as I love these pickups, I actually have to turn down the high end and all that because these are like face melting pickups. And that goes for the VSS H2 and the 7-string. Like, I don't even want to touch the pickups on the other ones because the Vapor stock pickups are probably some of the best pickups, if not the best passive pickups I've ever touched. And that says a lot because I've played Seymour Duncans, I've played EMGs, I've played so many damn pickups, DiMarzios and all that, that like I touch these stock pickups and I'm having to turn down certain EQs and having to touch my settings that I love it. It's crazy. I always like the fact that I have to change my tone in a good way. It's like I don't have to keep using the same cookie cutter settings and all that. Like, oh, hey, I got a Mesa Boogie, I got all this, I got all that. No, it's really cool that it's having to really make me go back and rethink everything instead of, oh, plug and play, plug and play. It's really cool. So finally getting it down to where I wanted it to is, you would think with all the headache I've had with the frets and all that, that I would give this a really low score, like a 5, 4. Actually, I'm giving it like a 7, 7.5, and 8, because me having to adjust getting to a V, I'm like, oh, okay, that's why it does this, that's why it does that. I would give it a lot higher if I just didn't have to do the fret stuff and just the little things like, oh, like this and that. I'm sure a V player would give this a total 10. Like my go-to guitar still, let's see if I can get a good shot in there, is my VSSH2. This beast right here, I will still say this is my go-to guitar by far. That is my workhorse. And yeah, you're not going to get it with green and all that. I've had to do all that custom modding and like on the bridge and all that stuff. So, but you got to remember too, I'm a Strat guy, so going from a Strat style to a V, it's cool though. It's like been a lifelong thing to actually have a really good V. And compared to the Firefly I had, this thing runs circles around the Firefly. And you heard the demo of the bridge. I mean, boom, boom, boom. And I have it in drop D. This thing's solid. I think that my next test for this is I'm going to actually put beefy slinkies on it and see if that kind of corrects a couple little things. Because I'm just going to replace the nut with a Black Tusk XL, like the ones I really do like, just to give it a little bit more resonation. I mean, this thing can hold a note for days on end. It's just kind of changed the color scheme a little bit. Little picky crap. Nothing that would really deter anyone from buying anything. I mean, just the controls are way down here. I'm probably going to rewire the switch to come up here or back over here. Just like I said, little things. Probably the other extreme guitar body I want to get from Vapor is the Explorer. I forget what it's called. I think he calls it they call it the E or something like that. I know Mr. Jim was telling me about the. I'm not going to even tell what the. I'm not going to even give the secret news of whatever it's called, even if it is secret. But the models that are coming out next year. But I just know the Explorer type that he has. I want to get that because I used to play on Kelly's and all that stuff. So yeah, I really do dig the V. I really want, if no one buys the red one next year or anytime soon, I'll probably end up picking that one up just to say, hey, I got the red and blue one. Ha ha ha. I definitely recommend picking it up if you get a chance because the red one's sitting there and it is beautiful too. It definitely has a lot brighter color than the blue. The blue has that darker tone to it, but the red one, whoo, wow, can you see the grain in that beautifully? And if you love V's, you love metal, pick up the Vapor, definitely. But yeah, definitely a close to a solid 8 with this. If I didn't have to, I would have given it a 9 if I didn't have to put in all the work. But I actually like putting in the work on these things, so take it for what it is. But I highly recommend it. All right, take care, and the next one will be me probably just playing a song with it. All right, take care.